We are beginning a week period of opportunity to go back to our home states, or for some traveling to further locales. But I am blessed. I'm fortunate because I'm going to be heading to Haines, Alaska tomorrow. This is a magnificent community in truly a magnificent state. But when I arrive tomorrow evening in Haines, something will be amiss, something will be missing, and that is the absence of two of Haines' most prominent citizens, John and Erma Schnabel. John Schnabel passed in March at the age of 96 years old. His wife, Erma, 65 years old, passed shortly thereafter at the age of 87. John was regarded by his family and the people of Haines as a living legend. And if you don't believe that that's true, or if you say, all of us have living legends in our community, well, People magazine mentioned that in John's obituary. For John Schnabel was not just a local legend, he was known the world over as Grandpa. He was the patriarch of the Discovery Channel series Alaska Gold Rush. But to us Alaskans, he was simply one of the many exceptional people who populate our exceptional state. John was born in Kansas in 1920. He was the son of a wheat farmer. His father first moved to Alaska to seek a better way of life away from the Depression. And then John reunited with his father in 1939 when he moved up to Haines. He served in the Navy. During World War II, he was a proud member of the American Legion. Returning to Haines, John entered the timber business. He owned a lumber mill there in town, and he was really one of the region's first industrialists, if you will. I mean, he was involved in everything. He operated a hotel, a lumber yard, a hardware store. He built 4 downtown commercial buildings. He was one of Haines's largest landowners. But changing political attitudes towards timber harvest in southeast Alaska and the regulations that followed put John out of the timber business. But that wasn't going to keep John down. He placer mined for fun and invested in small businesses. He was the mayor of Haines. He was an outstanding bridge player. He was an avid reader. I understand that David McCulloch's biography of Harry Truman was among his favorites, even though he was an avid Republican. But it was only after John was recuperating from heart surgery that he entered the mining business in a big way. So think about it. Most people rehabilitate from a triple bypass surgery by doing more walking or perhaps going to the gym. John Schnabel decided that he was going to work a mine. And he worked the mine to remain active. He says it was doctor's orders. He did this until about just 2 years ago. So effectively, until the time he was 94, he's working the mine. The Discovery Channel folks wandered by. They found John Schnabel an interesting man. By 2010, Grandpa was a global celebrity, a reluctant celebrity, but a celebrity nonetheless, the star of a reality TV show that ran for 6 seasons before he passed away. John was a family friend. John and Erma were friends of mine. I respected John's business acumen and his political leadership, but I really respected the relationship that he had with Erma and the 5 kids that they had together. The last time I visited with John and Erma was 2 years ago in August. I was there at the Haines Assisted Living Center, and I came in and visited with John, and John was talking politics with me and with anybody else that was listening, just kind of chatting around the room. And then he left to go sit in the corner of the dining area there, sat next to Erma, didn't say anything for probably a half an hour, 45 minutes, just sat quietly with her holding her hand. And after 66 years of marriage, that really moved me when I saw them. John had always been the builder. Erma was known as the carer. She took care of the family She took care of the community. They're both gone from Haines, but they are certainly together in heaven. Alaska is clearly better for their contributions, and I know that I will certainly be thinking of them when I visit Haines tomorrow.